The doctrine of election is the doctrine, the teaching of the Bible, that God chooses before the foundation of the world. I get that little phrase from Ephesians 1:4. Before the foundation of the world, who will be rescued from sin through faith and thus undeservingly be saved, and who will not be rescued from continuing in their rebellion, and therefore who will deservingly perish. All those words are chosen very carefully. And I should stop and preach a whole sermon on it, because I know some of that went right over your head. But I will say it again, just in case. It's the doctrine that before the foundation of the world, God chooses who will come to faith and thus be rescued out of sin, and thus undeservingly be saved, and who will not be rescued out of their ongoing rebellion against God, and thus will deservingly perish. I don't want to play any games here. I believe God is absolutely sovereign. That is, the ultimate explanation for everything that happens in the world is the wise, just, gracious will of God. I don't want to say it any more clear than that, because I can't say it any more clear than that. We are not God. I take that to mean my will never is the final, ultimate, decisive explanation of anything that happens in the world. God is God. I am not. I don't control Him. I don't manipulate Him. I don't provide the final, decisive explanation for anything in the world. Here at Bethlehem, the leaders have thought long and hard about this, and I'll try to say it in a way that all of them would get their hands around it and say, amen. We hold fast here at Bethlehem. I'm talking about the leaders. You can be very much in process on all these things as a member, and that's really good, and we're happy about that. But eldership are not to be in process on these things. That's how you get to be an elder. You get over the process and you settle on some truths together, and you live them, and you love people with them. The elders hold fast to a paradox. Not a contradiction, we believe, but a paradox. God is sovereign, absolutely, and all human beings are accountable for their universal guilt, and therefore only are punished deservingly if they are punished at all. Which means for those of us who trust Christ that our salvation is owing to nothing in us as far as our election is concerned. We must believe, but we were elect long before we did that.